The topic is here, digitalization of rail industry. But before we start talking about very particular topics, I actually would like to start with some example. We all talk about digitalization, and a lot of people are saying that basically, data is a new gold or maybe new oil. And this example that I want to present is about the oil. In 1921, in a place near Los Angeles, it's called Signal Hill, was the first drilling that was made by Shell. And then in just 3 years, happened that. Just in 3 years, can you imagine? All of these guys are drilling for oil. And what's interesting, pretty much the same is happening around digitalization. So people are trying to drill and to find this new oil, this new gold. And you know what? Not all of them are actually finding this gold. They're finding data, may not even find the data, and in many cases it's very bad news. It's very bad news because the pace of development is unprecedented. People are trying to find the data, they're trying to use, but sometimes they just don't get it. But what's also very important is that what happened here was not just because people were trying to drill the oil. It happened because in parallel there was a dramatic change in automobile industry. Automobiles were getting built much faster, the Ford is coming, and that is important. That's also important for the data, because you're trying to drill for this oil because you know how to use it, right? You'll put it back into your automobile, and you will actually extract the value. So the same has to happen with the data. But in many cases, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen because, first of all, there's so much of it, right? You have to know what you're looking for, how you're looking for it. Or maybe, in your company, you will not digitize yet. So you don't really have sources of data. And that brings you to a point when, you know what, you were drilling, you didn't find it. I should say that, fortunately for us, data is a renewable source. So that means that if you actually come about digitalization seriously, that means that you can start extracting the data even if you were not doing that before. You can actually put sensors, you can start finding very useful information. But still, the question is how actually you go from data to information, how you start making decisions based on the data that you have. Slide, please. So, our company 2050, we're actually moving in various areas in digitalization. We work on Industry 4.0 solutions. That means that we work on integration for manufacturing. We work on maintenance and repair. So that means that we're trying to actually digitize these business processes. We do additive manufacturing. We go into processes and we go into spare parts solutions that could actually not only digitize, but can solve our business problems, business tasks. Fast supply, not try to waste your materials, not try to waste your money in, for example, your stocks.